My advice to you, start drinking heavily. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? Come on, you douchebags, we're all on the same team!
Frank, are you a good kisser? You like smooching?
No!
Shut the fuck up, man.
Standalone fruit.
You look like assholes right now, man!
Mark found him naked in the bathtub, passed out with water flowing all over him.
This country is going straight to hell.
Did you hear this broad?
God damn it!
This is going great.
Liar!
No way, Corky.
And I'm gonna kick the living shit out of you, and I'm gonna knock your dick in the dirt.
Fucking fascist!
Sounds like pigs fucking.
Ridiculous.
You're a small petty man.
It will be 9/11 times 2,356.
Are you trying to drive me crazy? What the fuck happened?
I'm producing a show. All right.
I love Yellow Magic Orchestra.
That's a great band.
It always reminds me of Sega Genesis for some reason.
Well, they started out in the early 70s, and they finally hit, like, in, I don't know, 77, 78. So, when you think about them, it's definitely, they are before their time.
Right.
But anyways, this is episode 106, I believe, of Pretend Radio, a little impromptu episode.
Is it 106 or is it a secret episode?
It could be both. Who knows?
And unpublished.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Basically, let me turn that down a little bit. This is kind of a an old school episode. You might recognize that voice, as you should, because.
Sorry. Keep going.
Frank, what are you trying to do?
I know what I'm doing, okay? I'm just adjusting the mic to my short. You had a tall person here recently. And by tall person, I mean someone bigger than me.
Which is most people. So, you might recognize that voice. It's Frank the Boy Wonder Taylor.
That's
and
right.
It's been quite a while since we've actually done a podcast.
Hello, ladies.
How you doing, my friend? You doing good?
Oh, great. Good.
Yeah, and this is kind of a drunken episode where we just... Let's fire up the mics. Let's just see what happens. And if it sucks, no one will ever know.
Yeah, because we'll delete it.
Even if it sucks, no one will listen to it if I post it.
Yep.
So,
One of us starts crying, not pointing the finger,
it's usually me.
but it could be me.
I'm
but-
just saying, a good cry is invaluable to actually being a human being. You know, because
invaluable.
invaluable because there's nothing better than just to go in the bathroom and just cry for 30 minutes and just get all that weird, fucked up emotional stress that you've built up throughout. God knows.
Do you do it at the beginning or the end of the day? Because I like the end of the day.
If it's at the beginning, it's not going to be a good day.
Right, because you
Yeah.
just let it, you hold it in until the end, and then it's
Yeah.
shit, you know?
Pretty much, crying is like it's almost like having sex in the fact like once it's over, I want to go to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like okay, there was a lot of emotional and bodily fluids spent in 30 minutes, if that, and now I'm done. I'm done for the day. I can't I can't do this anymore.
It's like sex in the way, for me at least, that I don't really remember when it ends. You know, I just sort of like, oh, I did that once.
What? Had an orgasm or cried?
Both.
Yeah, it is a weird thing for, I don't know, I guess guys to talk about like actually like crying, which I think that in itself is kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. We live in a fucked up world where men are just persecuted. I mean, like we live shit lives, and for a long time now.
no, but I mean, you know what I mean. There is a certain stigma of, you know, like actually.
Oh no, I totally get it.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
if a guy breaks down, and obviously that's probably because there's also the stigma. It's just like, oh yeah, well, women cry.
All the time.
Yeah, it's just like Jesus fucking Christ. No, it's I mean, not to get on men crying, because I know that's an amazing topic of conversation, but I mean, there is with the yin, there is a yang, so to speak, as far as social standards go, or social perceptions
Yeah.
go. So I'm just saying, if you need to take 15 minutes and just have a good cry, just do it, because it feels pretty goddamn good after. It's like, whoo, glad I got that out of my system.
Yeah. I found that, like, I've been extremely emotional, and like I cry like in the sort of way like where it's not like really a cry, but like I get teary-eyed, but like for dumb reasons, like things that I know are stupid, and then like I just get teary-eyed. I'm like,
Well, I mean,
like I try to explain myself, and I'm like, I get teary-eyed when I explain myself, and like whenever it's really honest, and I just get like,
is that because you get frustrated because what you're explaining, like, it's not translating to the people, like they're not on the same
it's not
page?
like, it's not that. It's just like, I don't know. It's how I feel about what I'm saying, and like whenever it's something like I'm really like
passionate about, like,
Yeah.
it actually means something to you.
yeah, and you know I get teary like, and it never used to do that. You know, I never like. It's weird. It's just like recently, like and it sucks. It's so hindering because like people obviously notice. You know, and like try to like tell them something. I'm like, oh, and like I don't know.
No, I totally get what you're saying, because I don't know, I am such a sap, like I get teary-eyed at, you know, kind of like this romantic idea of what relationships are, even though that doesn't even really exist in real life. But like even just trying to talk about maybe that, or something that you're passionate about, like I could see where like you get flustered or like, especially if people aren't being perceptive about like what you're talking about,
Right.
and you feel very passionate about that.
Yeah.
I could see how I'd just be like, man, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Or you're not even like that, you know. I'm making a joke, but just like it's. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to show like any emotion
Yeah.
at all,
Yeah.
unless
no,
it's
I agree.
anger or calling someone a faggot.
Yeah, for some reason, being angry and yelling at someone is like so socially acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, and you've hung out with all of us, and I mean, obviously, I've known you since 8th grade. Yeah, we'll say horrendous things to each other, but I would never say that to anyone
I think.
unless I knew you that well, where I knew it would be okay. And even then, occasionally, we step out of line with each other, and it's just like, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think that the reason why, like yelling at somebody, you know, like, and why it's so prevalent, is because I don't know, it's like not directed at you. Like whenever you cry, it's like you break down and like
That's something real.
yeah, but whenever you get angry and yell at someone, it's like you're projecting whatever feelings you're having on something else, you know, like
There
where
is
you're
something.
crying, it's just like
There's something, especially, I would say, like the stereotype of a male. There's something very uncomfortable with another man crying. And I'm not even saying, I mean, depending on the situation, I'm not saying like I'm above any sort of stereotype, but in general, there is something uncomfortable about that. You know, or at least that's the perceived image of it. But then again, you know, if it's one of your best friends or a family member, like, yeah, that's just an actual human emotion, and
right.
I don't want this to be like some weird podcast about how men's emotions aren't being realized. But I mean, there is a certain, you know, cultural standard, you know, like just
Yeah, it's weird how we draw the line like that. I don't know what that was. Sorry, I think it's a chicken box.
that.
It's a chicken box. I'm sorry.
I didn't even know where that came from because I did not eat anything out of it.
No, I just think it's weird how we draw the lines, like where you know, like it's friends and family members. It's like, yeah, okay, he's crying, but like, so like out in society, like outside of your house, you know, like you go out in the real world, like work or in public, and like and someone's like another dude like starts crying and like trying to talk to you or whatever, like you think he's crazy.
Yeah, you're like, it's just like, get your shit together.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. And that's kind of where it really is. It's just like, get your shit together, man. It's like, no, like, maybe I am an emotional wreck.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, I can't
I
handle
mean,
this.
yeah, don't do it at the library because you're supposed to be quiet.
Yeah.
But like, you know, go outside.
Especially don't do it in a movie theater when I'm seeing
right.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
And don't text about it.
Yeah.
While you're in front of me.
And especially don't write on Facebook about it. Because I will unfriend you in a heartbeat.
But that is serious though. People fucking text about or like put that on Facebook.
I mean, I see both sides of it. With Facebook, I mean, because I like to write shit on Facebook, as you're probably well aware. But
Not really. I don't really pay attention to you on Facebook.
you don't pay attention to me in real life.
I try. Let it out, Devin. It's okay.
Fuck you, I'm not a faggot. But I mean, there is a fine line with if you're writing say something fairly articulate and, expressing some sort of opinion, and I don't know, if there's some sort of substance to it, as opposed to just writing these vague things. And I'm sure everyone is guilty of it at least once, but just like, I don't know, like, things are so terrible, and that's all you post. And it's like, okay, well, and then like 10 people will write back on it, and then they never reply.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing to do that. I mean, that's just like really, like, how much, like, you're just looking for attention.
Right.
There, as opposed to quote unquote bitching about things, like, and I guess this will go into our next topic. When people are talking about things that they feel aren't just, or say equal, or they feel that it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no reason for this to be there, and then people bitch about that, or I shouldn't say people bitch about that, or people say,
give me an example, because
well, okay.
It sounds like you have something in mind.
I do. I have something very much in mind. What I'm saying is that people like to say you're bitching about things when you're addressing issues that you don't think are what they should. You're addressing things that you think that should be better or needs to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
But because you put it on Facebook,
and they're saying like, well, if you don't like it,
why do you do something? And,
yeah.
Okay, and prime example.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, and we can get into this a little bit, because obviously the 2016 elections coming up.
Right.
I'm not a terribly political guy. I mean, I like to try to stay somewhat informed, but it's just become a system where it's hard to really have any faith in it,
I completely agree.
So lately, I've been checking out the old Frank, you're having a little trouble with the microphone. I don't know how to start it. But lately,
No, I'm fine.
okay, you good?
I'm good.
You with me?
I'm good right here.
Lately, I've been checking out the old Bernie Sanders.
Yep. He's said some pretty good things I agree with.
I can't really see, for the most part, why not to like the guy.
Right.
So I was talking about kind of like college reform and just the entire system in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it really has come to the point where college isn't like it's not viable for most people.
Right. Yeah.
And so someone and I'll just put it that way. Are we on the same page here?
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. Mention like scholarships and that, and I made a kind of slightly sarcastic joke, and it got uglier than I thought it would.
Uh-huh.
But my point was, I wasn't talking about that demographic of people.
Mm-hmm.
My point was, I was talking about the people who maybe right off the bat in high school either A, didn't have the opportunity to have these scholarships, or B, didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do.
Right.
so that was my only point. Why it got to that point between being this certain person, I don't know.
Wait, I think I'm thinking of something else. What happened?
What?
Who are you talking about? I thought I was thinking about something that happened a couple of weeks ago. It sounds way recent.
It's probably like a week or two ago. Should I talk about?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. What is this?
Oh, okay, so
You're being really vague.
Well, I mean, I was trying to for the sake of the conversation.
Okay, you just keep going. You just tell me what it is.
Okay, so basically, I was talking about college and how it's
Right. No, I get that. I
Yeah.
get all that.
and so
Then you started talking about a demographic of people, and I'm like, oh my god, did Devin make a racist comment or something?
no, a demographic doesn't have to be a minority.
Oh, I mean, it could be anything. But
Yeah, it's a
but
certain demographic of people.
But I profile demographics.
No, okay, so basically, and she's been on the show before. I posted something about college, and then Colleen mentioned how she got bright future scholarship, and then eventually that she was getting paid to go to college. So jokingly, I said, Colleen,
I haven't heard about this.
I deleted the post because it was just getting stupid.
Yeah, do tell, though.
Okay, so, and for anyone who listens, if this gets posted, if you look up the episode with Frank Taylor and Colleen Fitzpatrick, that's who we're talking about. But so I posted colleges, ridiculous student loans, this and that, and then she posted how she got, a full ride.
Right, because she made good grades.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
and-
that stuff.
And then she said eventually, she got to some grants, and I want to quote her. I could be wrong. She said that she was getting paid to go to college.
Yeah,
So-
when she was at FSCJ, yeah, she was.
So I jokingly said, at Colleen, nice humble brag. Because that's not who I was talking about.
Right.
Like, I'm not talking about the people. And she wrote, it was a polite way to say you're lazy. You lazy moron.
She said that?
Yeah. Well, I prefaced the post by saying that it's like, I'll level you folks. I'm a moron. And then I kind of went into what I was talking about. And by that, I was saying that I may not be right about whatever I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
She called you a lazy moron?
Yes, and I can quote a lazy moron. And so what I said back was, I was just kidding. I'm glad you were able to work hard and accomplish what you're doing. I wasn't talking about, this section of the population. I'm talking about the people who maybe didn't know what they wanted to do and go back to school, or just didn't have the opportunity. That's not what I was. I
Wow.
wasn't talking about you. And that's why I said nice humble brag as a joke, because it didn't fit what I was talking about.
Right.
And then of course some people are chimed in, and it's just no, it's not what.
Who else chimed in?
I don't know, that fat fuck James Nicholson.
Oh, great.
I really don't like that guy, and I will post this online. I don't give a shit.
It's because of the bass?
No, I just don't like him.
Does he rival you in bass?
No, he's
basery?
a dull ogre of a person who thinks that he can get his way because he has 150 pounds in him.
Yeah. Well, that's fucked up.
On which part?
Well, if he thinks that that's the way it is.
No,
that would be fucked up.
He basically said that if they gave out scholarships for bitching, I'd have a full ride.
Oh God.
It's just like, you're. It's like I get it, like if you're kidding, but like we're not really friends by any means. So it's like
I'm like really surprised at Colleen. Like I don't like I can't imagine her being like, well, you're a stupid moron.
Well, literally all I said, and sorry, like we're getting a little insight here, but I mean, she was a guest on the show, so people can kind of get an insight to it. All I literally said was, Colleen, nice humble brag, and then she said, that was a nice way to be polite to call you lazy, and then the next comment, you lazy moron.
Wow.
So, I mean, which is whatever. My point being was, I don't know, like, I was trying to beat around the bush. Like, I wasn't trying to...
Right. I had no idea this was going on. I thought you were talking about something else that happened where someone was like, well, why don't you do something about it? It's sort of...
Oh, that was a different post. And what...
I had no idea. When did...
That was probably like a week ago.
Yeah, I guess I just don't check it enough. I don't know.
No, and there's no reason.
You should just tag me in whenever you're posting, so I can like oh hey, Devin posted something.
No, but I think the post you were thinking about is I think I was talking about like minimum wage and this and that and just kind of just other general topics, and then some guy who's very right-leaning said, like, well, so are the people that bitch on Facebook about politics.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the post that I was talking about.
And it's just like I'm not bitching about politics. I'm just, like, at what point is it wrong to bring up something that's on your mind, something that you think needs changes.
Right. Yeah, and like that's the first step to changing things is like bringing it up and talking about it.
Social awareness.
Right.
So I like, it's just like if you like, I don't know. It's just like you don't like it, get the fuck out of the country.
Yeah, it's like their simple solution to like, oh okay, well it's bad then just leave. It's like. Or why don't you do something about it? Like, well, that's the first thing. Like, I'm talking about it. Like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. And so I think part of it was I was talking about, like, healthcare. And I was just... I'm not saying the Affordable Healthcare Act is, a cure-all. It's certainly not.
Right.
I think it's kind of a step in the right direction as far as getting people insurance.
Right.
But I also, I said that, think about your parents or your siblings or your kids. And say they're diagnosed with some sort of disease that is potentially fatal unless you have health care.
Right.
So why is that such a fucking absurd idea?
Right.
Like,
I think it's crazy that like everybody needs healthcare. Like, not that like I don't think that everybody should have it, but the fact that we all need it is crazy. Like, it's so expensive. Like, if you don't have it, it's like so expensive, so crazy expensive, and like it doesn't have to. Like, most of the reason is because all the equipment is so expensive, and only because it's medical grade. Like, which doesn't mean shit. It's just a marketing thing.
And you are in the medical field, and obviously, say what you can about it, because
right. I mean, like, all right. For example, tape. Like, okay, like tape is cheap, but as soon as you get medical tape, then it's like $20 a roll. It's insane. It's so stupid.
So,
like, it just because it has the name medical on it, it just automatically brings the price up.
Well, because you
like
know
crazy.
they're all contracts with these companies that lobby.
I don't know about all that.
I'm just saying,
But, like-
in general, that the companies that supply, the equipment,
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's corrupt as fuck.
Yeah,
like
they're all in each other's pockets.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's just crazy. Like I know that plastic tubing is not. It can't be that expensive.
I can go to Ace Hardware and get it for like
right.
$1.50 a foot, if that.
But
I'm
as
sure-
soon as it says medical on it, it's
Was
insane.
like $15.75 a foot.
Yeah, and they know they can do that because they know they can charge
'Cause it's
insurance
medical.
company, and it's like a catch-22 situation. Like they know they can charge that much because the insurance will pay for it, but insurance has to cover all these medical costs. So
Well, I
they
mean,
charge.
to break it down on a very simplistic level, say you're on a road trip, you go to a gas station, you're hungry, or you need, I don't know, condoms, or your girl needs tampons.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna
Or one
they're
of these
gonna-
things we need could be nachos.
They're gonna mark it up 200%, 300%, because they
For
know
nachos?
for anything in a gas station, because it's the convenience factor, because they know that you don't have a choice
Yeah.
at that point. That's why
Did that happen to you?
I needed tampons. I couldn't afford it, so I just went to the bathroom and just shoved some paper towels up my gut.
What was that?
Well, but you see my point in this, where
What were we talking about?
healthcare.
Oh, right. It's fucking bullshit, man.
But I mean, really, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just crazy saying that there's absolutely no reason for someone not. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll back the statement up a little bit. But there's no reason for someone to have to go to the emergency room, especially if it's not their fault, and then have a $400,000 bill.
Right.
I don't see why people think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying that I know what the answer is. I'm just saying there's something inherently wrong with what is happening.
I mean, I'd agree with you. 100%. I mean, they're it is crazy how expensive. And if you go to another country, it's completely different. And people just don't get that, and they're like, "Well,
They pay more taxes.
where are the best doctors?"
Where are the best NFL players?
Right.
Yeah, well, America only has the NFL. So. But they're here in America. I don't know. There's just so many illogical arguments.
I don't know. It's just dumb.
But I mean-
Maybe India has the best doctors. I don't know. That might be it.
Maybe the best doctors, maybe not the best system.
Yeah.
But
Probably cheaper though.
so you have a daughter. I mean, what do you think about in the future? As far as
Well, right now, I rely on. Well, before we relied on my health insurance to have her on that.
mhm.
But I'm going to a new job and I'm in my first 90 days and I don't really have health insurance, so she's not on anything right now. So we're just kind of sweating it until I get on something. But until then, be safe. But
But that's my point exactly. I mean, there shouldn't be at
That in
any
bet-
point where
yeah, where you're like kind of scared.
a 2-year-old shouldn't have health insurance.
Right.
Like that's.
I
don't-
mean,
that
all right.
seems maddening to me.
Okay, well, the fact is, like, if there was a way to get it at this point, like, and it was only like 3 months, like 90 days, like, you would have to go through so much paperwork just to, like, and, like, setting it up just for 3 months, it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, which
I mean, unless something happened, and then I'd be like, why didn't I do that?
which
so-
is another major flaw. That's
Right. It should just be like, oh, this is a checkbox. Okay, you're in your 90 days of your job. You won't get health insurance until your 90 days is up, and you're a full-time employee.
I know from my personal experience, and I have a sister. You know, obviously, she lives in Canada. She's
Right,
lived
right.
there for probably 10 years, and she's about to marry her boyfriend,
All right.
who's lived in Canada his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know why you're getting a little condescending with me.
No, I just, So
But when I was up there, I talked to both of them, and I asked them what their experiences are with their healthcare system. And yeah, it might not be the greatest thing in the world, but it sounded a fuck ton better than whatever we're doing here.
like, example, like what
Okay, example. Yes, you can have private doctors. People like to say that you can't with socialized medicine. But our friend Joanne was diagnosed with leukemia, I believe, when she was 19 or 20.
Okay.
Going through their public healthcare system, she's been in remission for about 8 years.
Okay.
No. My sister has never had a problem going to the dentist, going to the doctor. I'm just saying, like, if I were to get pneumonia, I couldn't afford to go to the doctor.
Right.
I would much rather pay more taxes and have that right to go to just to have basic health care. Maybe if you want to, larger procedures, be privatized, that's an option.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if I get strep throat, I can't go to the doctor. I can't afford it.
Right.
And I think there's something inherently wrong with that.
I agree.
And I'm not trying to bum you out. I just I thought you would kind of. Also,
I mean, like, yeah, I work in the health, like, I work in healthcare, but like, I don't have a lot of insight into how all the insurance works. Like,
no, I'm not saying you do, but I bring it up because I think that you also feel probably pretty passionate about.
no, I do. I really do. Like, I really think if you need help, you should get it. Like, no, like, it is wrong that, like, if you can't afford it, like, you can't go. Like, that's fucked up, Like, you should, like, in a first world country, especially a country that boasts about how great it is and, like, how we're the best at everything, like, oh, but if you can't afford to go to the doctor because you have strep throat because you only make so much money, like, it's not like you're homeless, like, you have a job, you work full time, you should be able to get taken care of,
Yeah, and you're paying your fair share of taxes.
Yeah. I mean, shouldn't your job offer you health insurance though? Like, if you're working full time?
They do, but I can't afford it.
Why not? Like,
It's too expensive.
is it like a percentage they take out, or is it like a high deductible?
It's not great insurance, and I'm not saying anything bad about my employer because they obviously don't even have to do that.
Right.
But it's just too much a month. Like, it's one of those things where I say, like, I hope something doesn't happen, but
So do you do the Affordable Care Act thing?
I actually tried doing that, and it was not easy.
No.
Yeah, they were asking for like an employer number. I should probably talk to my employers, but
Right.
I don't know, like either way, like it's not. I feel like things are getting better, but I mean, at the same time, I can't afford $170 a month on insurance that I may or may not use.
Right.
Like that, that's kind of the issue. Like, I don't mind paying taxes if I know it's going to actually help people, or like, actually go to like the infrastructure of the country, or like this or that. It's just there's no need to spend billions of dollars on the military when I'm not saying things here are terrible,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that we can't improve on things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know why this got into like political talk radio, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, we're getting old enough where like we actually have to think about these things instead of like getting high and sneaking to Pablo Theater and watching The Last Samurai 3 days in a row. Like, I wish I didn't have to think about it, but it's something we do have to think about. There's something that it's easier to tune off and tune out
Yeah.
than to really give a shit about. Because giving a shit, I'm not saying I'm doing much about it, but on this podcast talking about it, whoever listens to it, I don't know, that could change someone's mind about the way they think about something.
Right.
And that's kind of my only point in talking about this. You don't have to agree with me by any means, but maybe by talking about it the way I am, be like, I didn't think about it in that way. I didn't think about it, the single dad, or, my friend who her sister has leukemia, or this or that. I don't know, just I'm just throwing it out there. That's
Yeah.
kind of really my only point on this.
Yeah.
So, it's funny because
And it's a great point, Devin.
don't be constant.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good.
No, actually, my employer,
Bob. Let's just call him Bob.
we had a little talk, and it's like, dude, are you all right? I was like,
He said that to you.
yeah. I was like, yeah. What are you talking about? It's like, I don't know, just like some of the stuff you post on Facebook, and I didn't really post anything like really
Negative.
fucked up. Just basically what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess he thought like maybe I was talking about like if I had a problem with.
Oh, with
The
his
w-
health
with-
insurance and what he was providing.
Yeah, but like, I made sure to like word it where I worded it today, where I said, like, I'm not saying anything against my employer. I appreciate it, I just like I can't afford it.
Right.
And so it turned out to be a good talk, but
What was the outcome?
no, yeah, he was just making sure that was
Did he give you more money?
no comment.
It wasn't a good outcome.
It's,
I would have slapped that bitch so hard. Listen.
I could crush you like a worm.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
I guess I don't know. Maybe let's try to find something a little more cheery to talk about. Let's think.
Let's put on our thinking caps.
No, we have to because everything I've seen in the news is absolutely fucking horrific. Like
what?
the two reporters that got shot in Roanoke.
Didn't hear about it.
It was live on local news.
What?
Yeah, it was where is Roanoke? Is that Virginia?
What? This is in America?
Yeah.
I thought it was like in Russia or something.
No. Well. Yeah.
Some country like Russia.
Pretty much every mass shooting happens in America.
Yeah, but it was just 2 people.
Get on the mic a little bit.
It was just 2 people though.
I know you're kidding. But Jesus. I don't know. Apparently, some disgruntled employee.
I'm not saying that it's bad. Like, it's not bad. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, it's not like a mass shooting.
No, but I mean, as America.
Okay,
as a
I'm
whole.
just desensitized because I'm American. But, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like mass shooting. Like, you're gonna just throw that around, you know?
Yeah. So apparently. I didn't even know who she even like get into this topic.
Go on.
I don't know this. Once again, another fucking sociopath feels the need to write a manifesto and shoot people and then kill himself. Like,
What? When did this happen?
a day and a half ago.
I guess I haven't really been out much. I only listen to the news when I'm in my car.
Do you not go online?
No.
Fair enough. That's a good answer. But
I've been kind of off the grid lately. I've been a little depressed.
well,
Mostly because I've been, like, listening to you talk all the time. On Facebook.
first of all, we know that's not true.
Yeah, you need internet to do that.
Yeah, we can play back the audio. Because multiple times you asked me, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
Right.
But okay, Frank, are you really depressed?
Yeah, I am.
And you can, you don't have to, get into super details, but I guess being a person that also gets a case of the blues on a daily basis. I don't know, like what exactly does that entail for you?
It's mostly just like me kind of having a lot of anxiety and also not really liking myself. You know?
What do you get anxious about?
It's kind of vague, you know?
It's just like this kind of like just like a feeling. It's just like I don't know why. I feel like everything is like coming down on me, but
Right.
there just is.
Yeah. Like, and like it's not constant. It's just like it happens like alongside with like just me really just being like, ugh, here I am, you know? And then, like, I don't know, it's been going on for a couple years now. Like, a few years. Like, it's like every day, you know? Like, it's, oh, man, it's getting really bad.
Is it more the anxiety or depression?
More the depression, but like I don't know. I think that anxiety feeds off of it. You know.
See, because like I can kind of deal with depression, but like the anxiety, just like the nervousness and the like increased heartbeat, like
Yeah. No.
like that. For me, that is the hard part to deal with. The depression. I mean, it's there, but like, I can at least fake it through that until, you know, I get back in this room and
Yeah.
kind of decompress. Like, it's just like the anxiety, or it's just like the nervousness and the kind of
Yeah.
shakiness and like,
Yeah. Like getting up and like just talking in front of people, like you can feel it in your voice, like the shakiness.
yeah, or just like in the bottom of your throat and like in your
Yeah.
chest. Like, anxiety to me is totally crippling.
Yeah.
Depression, as crippling as it can be, at least for me, and I'm only speaking for me, I can kind of plow through that. Like, I'm used to just being a fucking mopey sack of shit. But like the jitteriness of anxiety, like if I'm super anxious and like kind of like shaky and just like don't look at me, I don't want to talk to you, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
does
like-
that happen to you at all?
Yeah, like every day, today, like I don't go out much. Like lately, I just don't go out. Like I mostly stay at home. But like today, I went out and I stopped and got like a drink, like like out of the convenience store. And like people were just like, the attendant was trying to talk to me and stuff, and like I can't do it, you know, like I can't make small talk because like I don't like there's not gonna be a connection, you know, like I'm not gonna
Yeah,
talk to you and have
is
a
it
real
because
conversation.
you can't, or it's just like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, but it's at the same time like just because like, you know, like what's the point, you know, that it brings out this like whole level of like awkwardness to it, you know,
Yeah.
because like you're still a human being standing in front of me. It's still like,
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
be a dick to this person, like.
but like I don't know how else to be, you know, like I can't be fake nice to you because like just because you're there, you know, but like at the same time you are there and you are a human being, and so it makes me awkward and anxious, you know, and like I don't know, that sort of thing. It's just like that's what I deal with like all the time.
No, I totally get it. I mean, I try to be short but polite.
Right.
You know, especially if I'm having anxiety, because like if I'm super anxious, I do not want to, like, I don't want to have a conversation because I can barely keep a thought together. Kind of thing. It's just like in my head, it's just like, oh God, what am I doing? The Comcast bill, like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking supposed to be 28. Like, oh God, you know, it's just like all those thoughts, and it's like, welcome to Daily. It's like, I'm sure you're a nice guy, but just let's not talk, please.
Right. It's mostly like, like, is that all? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
And
it's
they're like, and then you swipe your card without them even prompting you, and then you put in your PIN or whatever, and then you say no cash back, and then
and you
like-
say thank you, have a nice.
like, do you want your receipt?
No thanks.
Nah. And then they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you walk away.
But
And that's it.
And I've also felt that anxiety carry on into like. I feel like I don't know how to talk to girls anymore.
Yeah.
And you, at any point, just you can say what you want, and choose not to say, but like personally, for me, it's like I don't know how to talk to them. Like I don't after being in probably like 3-4 like major relationships, like
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that I don't know how to talk to him, because I'll clarify this for anyone listening. It's more that once you're in such a long-term relationship, you don't really think about talking to girls, or I guess women.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to think that I'm so old that I call them women. But you almost like forget to like talk about it, because like if you're in a serious relationship, they're either your girlfriend's friend or like your buddy's girlfriend, or just like like, oh, it's just a girl, like I just talk to them. Like you lose that sort of I don't want to say game because it's a douchey term, but like like you kind of just, it's like I don't know how to like engage in a conversation where
It makes you seem attractive.
that, or it makes you seem like you're interested
Right.
in the girl. Especially you spend like 4 or 5 years
Mm-hmm.
with a girl. It's just like I don't know how to do this.
I completely agree. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm in the same boat. Maybe not. Like, I don't know. I haven't really gone out there and tried like in a long time.
And that, I mean, it's not like I have like some crippling fear of talking to women. I can talk to women. That's not the problem. It's just like, I don't know. I just see, constantly I see guys, like 3-4 guys will like try to be like hitting on the same chick, and it's just like, I don't want to do any of that. Like,
Yeah, it's like competing.
yeah, I mean, it is, and for the most part, none of those guys probably actually give a shit about the person. And I'm not gonna lie, the occasional hookup is cool. I don't know. I think I'm getting old enough where, I'm just like, if I'm gonna do something, like, I want to actually like the person.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, call me crazy. I don't know. Yeah. Just, I've never been one to like, let's go to the bar. Like, I'm gonna walk up to like some chick and start hitting on her and this or that. It's just.
I went to the bar before I came over here, but
Well-
like it was just to like get a drink. Like it's like as pure as that. Like I went to the bar, ordered a drink, and sat there and drank it like by myself. And then I came over here.
Can I ask where you went?
The Green Room.
I've never been there. How is that place?
It's good. It's they brew all their own shit there. So I meant to get an IPA, but I ordered the wrong thing. got a barley wine, but it's still really good.
As long as you like it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, like, I don't go out of the bar to, like, I don't know, just social. It's just like I'm completely out of my element. I'm like you, like I go there and like, just like, how do you do that? You know? You just go there and. Well, I mean, like, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's also weird to like go to the bar and not socialize with people at the same time, you know? Like, that's also strange, but like you always see it. And like I don't know, like Bukowski's, like, you know, goes and drinks himself to death at the bar. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing, the bar. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I guess it's only cool to go to the bar unless you're with like a bunch of friends, you know?
it is a weird thing just to walk up to like a total stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a girl. It's like, I'm gonna hit on you. Like, I don't know. I've never been that guy. Like, I will never be that guy.
Right.
Like, I'm not just gonna walk up to you. Like, if somehow we strike up a conversation, that's something. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've just never been that kind of like alpha male dickhead. So, were you sent for heaven? Because you're an angel. Like, I don't know. Like, I just like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm lonely.
Well, man, if you want a hug.
I love hug. I don't know.
This one's really kind of like depressing.
I would say it's depressing. It's, what I mean, you can talk about actual things. Like, it doesn't always have to be like this abstract. Like, yeah, we'll have a conversation, but it has to be funny.
No, I totally agree. I'm just stating the fact that, or like, from my perception, it's like this one's probably been the most depressing one we've ever done.
I still don't know if depressing would be the right word for it.
Yeah, I guess it's just my perception of things lately.
Yeah, I think it would be maybe just talking about how a lot of people feel
Yeah.
about certain issues, and if not, I think it's also important for people to hear other people's point of view on certain things.
Yeah.
And also to kind of realize that, especially with social media, that when people, like, you know, because for the most part, like, you just put your best foot forward, even if that foot is almost totally bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what social media is. You know, it's just like, look how great my life is. Like, I'm doing this, and I mean,
Yeah, literally my Instagram is like, hey, I'm Frank. This is my awesome life.
yeah. When in reality, and not talking about you, it's just like everyone has the same worries. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how am I going to pay my rent? Like
Right.
I'm in a dead end job. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that. Oh, this person's in Croatia for 5 months. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I love social media for the fact that it lets you connect with a lot of people, but I also hate it because the majority of people don't treat it for what it is. They act like it should only be nothing but positive things, and then anytime you talk about something that's not in this certain circle, you're either bitching or this or that, or
Yeah. And yeah, it turns into a complete firestorm.
yeah, or it's just name calling and
And it's like, what it, like, really does it strike a nerve with most people? You know, obviously it does, but like, why? You know, like, it has to, like, they have to feel like somewhat similar in order for them to take such offense, you know, like, in order for it to, like, get that deep under their skin, like, you know, a little bit of transference or...
well, it seems like a lot of times, I mean, especially with politics, and it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's kind of like religion. It gets like knocked into your brain at a very young age.
Yeah.
So then when you
Programmed.
then when you see people posting the opposite of what you think, yeah,
It undermines your view of reality.
yeah, it's just like, well, that's not what it should be, and
Right.
I mean, I see a lot of dumb shit posted on Facebook, and probably a good portion of that is shit I post. But when it comes to, like, I don't know, like guns and like the Confederate flag and
Yeah.
stuff like that, it's just like enough already.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't oppose responsible gun owners, but enough with fucking guns.
Right.
I mean, I'm
Nobody's trying to take them away.
that.
Everybody thinks they're trying to take them away.
It's like that, and
It's like,
just enough with them. Like, nothing good is coming about with guns.
right.
Yeah, like maybe there's like 15 stories a year where like someone shot a rapist or like a burglar
Yeah.
in their house, but for the most part, it's like the two people that were doing the news that got shot today,
Yeah.
And I know I have.
That I didn't hear about. It's
I mean, just
not bragging. Just not
Humble
really
brag.
not really something to brag about.
But I mean, for the most part, just
It's fucked up, man. They were at work.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the most fucked up part about it. Is like
they were just doing.
you're at work, like they can't even like fart comfortably. You know, they're gonna get killed there. Like,
Yeah, they were on the scene doing their job, just filming some probably boring ass local news story, and this fucking dipshit came behind him and shot him.
fucked up.
Yeah, well, luckily,
So fucked up.
and then
What
he
about the cameraman?
yeah, it was
Did he get-
He shot the anchor and the cameraman.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and
Is there a boomstick operator in that situation?
no, the mic was plugged in directly to the camera.
Oh no, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Where
so-
it's like kind of comes out like above the eye.
no, it's just
I mean the
handheld.
lens. Oh, it's a handle.
Yeah, it was like literally like plugged into
Oh,
the camera.
okay. No, I get what you're saying.
But yeah, and then
Thank God.
I guess today he shot himself.
I guess he felt bad.
No, he probably just didn't want to spend the rest of his life in jail.
Hmm.
So, anyways, let's close this on something happy.
Shoot, man.
You got anything?
No.
Well, I guess I should. Maybe I'll play a little tune.
Okay.
Now, I'm working with Trevor. He's been on this program before. He's also the drummer for the Oasis. And So, are you ever at work and just something, just like this little melody pops in your head, or just like this little dumb, like verse?
Yeah, it's
pops
called
in your-
it's an earworm. It's called an earworm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I had one at work for the past like week and a half,
Okay.
and then finally I decided to I'll just go in the old FL Studio and make it. And keep in mind, it's supposed to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a listen.
I like it.
Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. 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 Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Round and round it goes. Where will it stop? Nobody knows.
That was really good. That was the best thing you've ever made.
Oh, this is shit.
Oops, how did that get there?
Oops, how did it get there? I did it again. Well, Frank, this has been quite an interesting episode.
Uh-huh.
It was a good talk. I think, instead of just saying Packers all day, I think we addressed some good issues, not just with ourselves, but
I feel better.
it was a good talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we should all just be able to cry a little more. You a little sleepy there?
Yeah, a little bit. I have to stay up tonight though. I have to get on that new sleep schedule. I'm starting tomorrow.
Wait, so have you not tried or started the new job?
No, I started a new job, but like they train me on days. Like I have to start the night schedule like tomorrow. But like I've never really like I'm not used to that. Like I wake up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's just when I wake up.
Yeah.
But now that's the time I get off at work now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, I start at 6 at night and then get off. Like, it's completely different from what I'm used to. So
I would just say invest in some very heavy curtains.
I've installed them already. I was thinking, like, it's probably not good enough. I might have to put, like, aluminum foil over my windows.
Yeah. I mean, even in my room, if I put the blinds down, just because my bed's so low, like, it becomes so dark in here. And it's just like, I could sleep in here for 5 years.
Really? Well, I guess you're not on the east or the west side. Like, your window
No,
isn't.
no, the front of the building gets all the light.
Yeah. Yeah, you lucky bastard. Like, my room is on the east side of the house. So sunrise, my room is bright as fuck. So I've got these, I got the curtains, the blackout curtains, but, like, still, like, this direct sunlight right on it. It's insane. It's like gold. It's like gold curtains.
Goddamn gold mine. Anyway, Frank, we will continue this conversation off the air.
Okay.
But I think it was a good one.
Yeah, it was alright.
I like to, I mean, impromptu, just,
Yeah, I mean, like, I suggested it. I mean, I thought it was good.
No, I'm glad we did it, because I wasn't even thinking that we were going to do a podcast.
Yeah. You were just going to show me that song, weren't you?
Yeah.
You came in here to show me the song, and I was like, hey, how about let's do a show. Let's fire it up.
Well, I'm glad we did that.
Yeah.
But, September 4th at Freebird, the Oasis will be playing with TJ Hookers and Concrete Criminals. So, check that out. Until then, Frank Taylor, thank you so much.
Anytime.
Later.
We'll be right back.